Welcome back everyone. Today we're visiting Branfere Zoo in Brittany. Branfere Zoo has a lot of free roaming animals, which is why the entrance has gates like this. It's too far away to see, but there's a white stork nesting in top of that tree there. We did see it flying over earlier. The yaks have a baby. The otters have a really good enclosure here. You can see how big this water is from the swim in, and they've also got a waterfall here to play on. The Indian rhinos have a baby. There's this boardwalk section as you get past the Indian rhinos, and there's always little posters about around the benches about how you can look after the environment yourself, like these wetlands and things. There's education about native species, not just the animals in the zoo. You can see the tiny head of a joey and the white wallaby. This is a nice big tank for the penguins here. It all goes right around the corner. I love to see zoos giving penguins enough space to swim. And look, they're all using it. This is the viewing area for the cassowary. And I think it's really good because when you look in the enclosure, you can't see in here from any other sides, just this little bird hide. And you can tell when you approach, it seems quite wary of people because it heard us speaking. And you can see its head move. Usually I go to zoos and have cassowaries, they walk along the front, they're very used to people being there, all the noise and things. So this sort of encourages them to be more natural and just have their peace. We have some crowned cranes walking towards us. They've got these really cool natural shelters for the Mara, made out of like chicken wire, and then they've got moss on them. This is a tamarin island, all surrounded by waterfowl, but currently the tamarins are in there because it just chucked it down for like 2 minutes. They've got a great bit of information here for the okapis, and it's also to do with their breeding program, what threats they have in the wild, so from deforestation, hunting for them. But the big bit is also some information on how you can help at home, and here's how simple things we can do. We just don't realise the lasting impact, and it's recycling batteries, because coltan that's used in the production of batteries is extracted from mines where the okapis live. And for those mines to expand, they deforest huge amounts of their habitat. So if you recycle, less is taken from those mines, and so there's less deforestation. That's just a little thing you can do to help out an endangered species. On this island here in front of us is a species of gibbon, and the female on the island is 50 years old. And there is a little trap on the floor, which I wonder is to try and make it easier to catch her so she's used to it, if they need to take her for veterinary treatment. With the naked eye, I can just about see her through the glass. I don't think it's coming up on the camera though, if I can see her eating. But yeah, the sea among gibbons. There we go, we can see her from this angle. 50 years old. What an incredible age to have reached. So just watched the bird of prey display and I am very impressed, mainly for the amount of birds involved at the same time. And I think this might be the advantage of not using birds of prey in it very much. There's one vulture and secretary birds. They're all still at the moment. yeah, this must be a lot easier to get them back because you've got to do one bird of prey, then another bird of prey. Whereas here, there's got so many fishes like scarlet ibis out here, pelicans, cattle egrets, a night heron, who I can't see at the moment. Oh no, he's here. Flamingo, which just ran past. And yeah, I'm genuinely impressed by it. It's phenomenal. I've never seen so many birds out at the same time in a bird of prey display. And then I got to go back in. And I think that's a bit of the fact that they can get them back in, because sometimes you see like birds of prey, they fly off and then just disappear. And again, maybe it's because they're not birds of prey, maybe it's easier to train to come back and stay around. They've not really wandered off too far. The macaws flew around for a little bit, but they've come back. Yeah. It's impressive. Hey buddy. Yeah. Aren't you awesome? You go kill the snakes. The red ruffed lemurs have a baby, if not two, I think. There are two, and they're playing, but one down the bush there, and one being carried up here. Oh wow. Oh, he tried to go for a climb by himself, and Mum was like, no, no, no. No, no, this is a bad idea. You come back down here. This enclosure here currently has no animals in it. It used to contain colobus monkeys. They have been recommended to move them to other parts of Europe for a breeding program to help sustain the species, so they're not here anymore, they're off breeding somewhere else. This will soon have Java langurs in them. These are European pond turtles. They actually breed these here. Although they're European, they're not doing too well in the wild, and these guys actually get released to help boost the European pond turtle population. The howler monkeys get that island, a rope bridge, to this island as well. So I believe, looking at the map, that this is the Lemur Island. So you get this little island here, and a little road bridge over to this big island over here. There's my buddies, the lemurs. Hey little ringtails. So that brings us to the end, guys. It is actually a really good zoo. It's really interesting because it's not like cage like you get in a lot of zoos. It's done something a bit different. I mean, there is similar stuff out there, but it's just lots of large enclosures with like paddocks. Like, you've got loads of multi-species stuff in there. And the ones that aren't multi-species are still very, not bars, there's other ways of keeping them in. So you've got like moats to keep them in and things like that. It's really well done. It's actually really imaginative and intuitive. And I think that helps people get a little bit closer, not physically, but almost mentally. Like, you feel closer because it's not just a big sheet of glass or metal in front of you. Obviously there's some areas where there is. Then also just on an educational value, it just helps you immerse a bit more, and they've got all the signage up for different things about conservation and the species. The names at least are in English, not much information in English, but we are in France. You know, not even in Paris, we were out in France, so I don't expect anything to be in English. When the names are in English, all the better. If I didn't know what it was, I could find out there. And some of the species obviously can be around you. So, you know, the wallabies, the mara are all out, loads of the birds are free roaming just around you. And the bird of prey display, as I said earlier, phenomenal, so well done. I can't believe how well trained those birds are and how instinctive they are to stay here. Because a lot of the birds, you know, they've got their wings clipped as you expect, so they don't fly off. But there's loads that don't, and they just hang around. And they don't lose them, so brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, I really recommend a visit. Like, it's just such a good place to come. And to see how open, that's the word, open, it all is with just the animals, and how much space they have and how green, and nothing there feels like, oh, this has been put in place for humans, so humans are like, oh, look at that, it's really cool, like decorative things. It just feels like it was been designed in benefit for the animals, and that's what it's about in the end. It's really, really good. But yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. I hope to see you next time. Bye.